I need you to download this tape, this Sandy Beach tape. Sandy Beach is a big speaker. And in this,
what was the speech?
Yeah, the speech was, he was talking about this Chinese farmer, and this Chinese farmer and his son, they're picking radishes about the ground, and they don't own the land that they're farming off of, and they're barely subsisting. They're giving 70% to the landowner. They're living off of 30% of these radishes. Their whole financial legacy is tied up into this workhorse. And one day, and the son is really working the land because the man is too old. And one day, the workhorse runs up off the hill. He just fucks off. He's up the hill, and the son runs into the house and he shakes his dad up and he says, "Dad, you're not gonna believe this is a travesty. We're gonna die out here. I can't get these radishes to grow unless I turn this land over, and I can't move that hoe without the horse, and the horse is gone. This is a nightmare." And the old man, nonplussed, looks at his son. He goes, "I don't know what this is, son. I don't know if it is a nightmare. I can't call it." And the son thinks his dad's out to lunch, or like ambivalent, or something's wrong, or he's too old. And a couple days later, the kid is chilling on the porch, and he sees the horse running down the hill with 50 wild stallions behind it. And they run into the paddock, and he locks the paddock, and he runs inside, and he hits the dad. He's like, "Man, this is fuck radishes. Like, we're rich, you know. We're in the horse business. We're in the horse trading business now. This is a miracle, Dad. I'm gonna go tell everybody we're trading horses now." And the father looks at his son, nonplussed again, and says, "I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a miracle. I can't call it." And a couple more days pass, and the son's trying to break these horses down, domesticate these horses. He doesn't know anything about horses. He's a radish farmer. So one of the horses ain't having it, and he rears up, kicks him in his leg. It's like 1400s China. There's no Kaiser Permanente. His shit is shattered. Yeah. They wrap him in some like tobacco leaves and sprinkle some mint on it. Go sit in a chair for a while, and he's wailing, and the townspeople hear about it, and the townspeople run up on the little shack, and, "Oh man, what are you gonna do? You know, you can't domesticate these horses. You can't move this hoe. You guys are fully fucked. I don't know what you're gonna do, but this is pretty much the end, right? Like, this is a nightmare." And the old man says, "I don't know what this is." He looks at his son's leg. He goes, "I don't know what this is. I can't really call it." A couple more days pass. He's sitting with his son. He's trying to calm him down. He's in the middle of pain, and they hear this thunderous noise, and they look up on the ridge line, and they see 5,000 samurai on horseback running towards their little hut. And the commanding officer gets off his horse and says, "Give us your son. We're going to fight the Maoist army." And he looks at his son's leg, and he looks back at the samurai army, and he goes, I would, but he can't get out the chair. You know, he can't get on his, he can't. "No, I can't. I would, but I can't." He's crippled. And the man gets back on his horse, and 8,000 men ride off to their death. And I listened to this tape,